guys, it's Ashley. Today I am making a really awesome dish, and it's spicy shrimp stuffed into avocados. And the base that's going to fill you up even more is a cauliflower rice that's a lime cilantro. So not very difficult to make, which I love, but super fun to do. Shrimp cooks so quickly, so I love it. It's also very lean and easy to do. And I've got this wonderful looking dish. See that? 2 avocados you're gonna cut in half, take the pits out and just set them aside. You're gonna want to have cilantro, a lime. I buy the pre-cauliflower riced up cauliflower that's either frozen and easy to steam, or that you can just buy raw and you can have it in a skillet to heat it up. I use a low sodium taco or fajita seasoning with that, a tiny bit of vegetable oil, 1/2 of a lime juiced on top, and then 2 tablespoons of cilantro, and that goes with 1 10-ounce container of the cauliflower rice. So that is so easy to make. Again, all of my recipes are on livingwithashley.com, so you can check that out later. But what we're stuffing into the avocado is what is so much fun for me. So I got a pound of shrimp, no tails. I do the wild caught shrimp, and then I just make sure that I put it in a skillet over medium heat. You don't want to overcook shrimp because it gets rubbery and blech. So I put that in there with a little bit of the lime juice as well, so that I use less oil. And I spray it with oil because when you spray your oil, you use far less. And so you're lowering your fat intake. So that is an amazing trick, and I love to do it. Over medium heat, you're gonna want to continuously stir it so that the shrimp becomes opaque, and then you are all done. It's a very lightly brown, opaque shrimp. You just wanna make it look all nice and pretty and pink. And we're gonna get ready for the sauce. So before I started with the sauce, I did a 1.5 tablespoons or 2 tablespoons of scallions. It depends on how scalliony you like it. If you don't like a raw scallion, you can also pop those into the skillet, and you can cook them into the cauliflower rice, or you can cook them with the shrimp a little bit. So I'm just gonna pour those on top of the cooked shrimp. And then I've got my sauce, which for me, I'm using one of my favorite ingredients in the world, and that is sriracha sauce, because it just spices up everything and makes it so good. And this is a 2-ingredient sauce, which makes it even easier and makes this dish so much faster to make. So I've got an avocado-based paleo mayonnaise, but you can use any healthy oil-based mayonnaise. And then I've got the sriracha sauce, which again, I try to limit the amount of sauce and mayonnaise I use. So here I only have a 1/4 cup of mayo and about 2 teaspoons of sriracha. And it's totally up to you again, but I just like to make sure that I'm stirring the shrimp around and it's lightly coated. It just has to have a little bit of sauce. It doesn't have to have a lot, because again, keep in mind, you're serving this in an avocado that's gonna lend itself to thickening up the dish. And if you want, I'll show you one of my little tricks here, but if you want, you can also put this sauce on top. Just put the shrimp with the scallions into the avocado and then put a dollop of sauce on the top, because a lot of times what I do when I'm eating this recipe, instead of pre-mixing the shrimp with the sauce, is I use a fork and I go into the avocado and I squish it all down and kind of spread it out so the skin breaks. So I'm eating it all like a mash. Kind of, does that make sense? Like a mash, you know? But part of the fun about doing this recipe is stuffing things into the avocado. So I am gonna pre-sauce it today, because we like getting saucy in my kitchen. And then this, without getting my fingers all dirty, is what it looks like all mixed up. Yum, yum, yum. And I've got everything plated over here, which also makes it kind of pretty. We want our food to look aesthetically pleasing, right? Like, who wants to eat an ugly dish? I mean, not I. So this is a fun thing to do also with kids. If you want to teach your kids, hey, food can be fun to make. It's not just all boring, and then you serve it. And a lot of times I find, like, one time I'll never forget when my daughter came to me and goes, "That's not an avocado. What's an avocado? That's guacamole." I'm like, no. This is what an avocado looked like. She was so used to seeing it sliced or mashed in one of her dishes that she just couldn't recognize it. So this is a great way to teach your kids, you know, what you're doing, what foods are, what produce is, and then not slipping up and telling them that avocado is a vegetable because it's a fruit, because it has a pit. That's one of the things you learn when you're growing up in school, I hope. But it's one of those fun little things. So this is what it looks like. And not all your shrimp is gonna fit into the avocados, so I will just put the shrimp on the outsides with the cauliflower rice and mix it all up and then serve it like that. So I got like a shrimp salad fingers. No, you don't want those? Okay. This is really quick. I love it. It's fantastic for lunch or dinner. It's good for everybody in the family. Again, go to livingwithashley.com to make this recipe. It's so easy, and spice it up even more if you want to. You never know. Who knows? You can also add a lot more vegetables in. If you don't want to stuff this in avocados, make the shrimp salad. Mix it in with the cauliflower rice and add a cup or two of other vegetables like grilled bell pepper, grilled red onion. All sorts of things can make this like even more bountiful and voluminous when it comes to vegetables and to filling you up. So just another little tip, and we hope to see you guys soon. Have a good day.